In this graph, we are looking at time in minutes and mass in grams. And the story says Vincent is eating a packet of raisins. This graph shows the changes in the mass of raisins in the packet as time passes. So if I take a look at this graph, it means that I'm starting off with a lot of raisins. The mass is high. And eventually when time passes, the amount of raisins mass actually decreases. So if it's actually decreasing, that means that Vincent is actually eating the raisins. So let's see what the questions ask. 1A, what is Vincent doing when there is a vertical line on the graph? So these are what we call vertical lines, the lines that go up and down. So what is happening here during that graph? Well, if I'm looking at the time is staying in the same place, but the mass is decreasing. So I'm wondering if Vincent is actually chewing at that point. Because the mass is still decreasing at that same time. B, why are the vertical lines of different lengths? So now we're going back to the same. Why is it that this line is shorter than this one and this one's longer than this one? Well, it looks like the time is still in standstill. It's still in the same place. However, the amount of mass is decreasing more here than here. So maybe Vincent has more raisins in his hands and he puts it in his mouth. So he may not be eating 2 at a time every time. Maybe over here he has 2, over here he grabbed 10, over here he grabbed 1, over here he had 5. So the amount of raisins in his mouth or his hand are actually different every time. The amount of raisins Vincent is eating is different. Okay. And then C, did Vincent eat all the raisins? Explain how you know. Well, it looks like it stops right here. So that means that there's still this many raisins, or the mass of this many raisins left. So I'm going to say no, he did not finish eating. And the reason why is because this line never touches 0. If the graph touched 0, then we know that there isn't anything left.